So this new season has brought us massive changes. The biggest one in my opinion is the mastery skills. Now there are a lot of really good options in here, but I think that some of them are just too good not to be used, and I want to talk about a few of the really crazy combinations you can do and how powerful it can be on the field. Now, the first one that is, in my opinion, a must and the best skill ever is the Light of Sorland. Now, this is a Alistair skill, so it is something that not everybody has used a lot because not many people use him, but it is actually an incredibly OP skill in my opinion. When your legion has more than 50% units remaining, they gain synergy and passion for 3 seconds when launching normal attacks. So as long as your troops are basically yellow or higher, or 50%, so when they're 50% you should refresh anyways to get better trades. So in this case, whenever you're using your troops mostly, they will be getting this buff that is triggered every 5 seconds but lasts for 3 seconds. So the uptime is quite high, and as you are attacking you gain 30% skill damage and 30% rage accumulation speed. So this, in my opinion, is a must on any caster that you're using. Of course, Lily is going to be the #1 prime target for this in my opinion because her skill is the AoE massive damage. Velen works well as well. Bertrand would work well as well, but because Lilia has a Peacekeeper skill here, usually adding this makes her a incredibly powerful, if not the best mage in the game by far for this season. Now this gives her a lot of skill damage, which she loves, and gives her a lot of rage accumulation speed, making her cast even more. This works for her deputy, so having Velen as a deputy is obviously amazing. I'm using her with Tia a lot, and I'm getting 2 or 3 times more merit than any of my other marches. It's just incredible how powerful this is. This works as well on some other heroes like archers, for example, Kinara, who also has very high skill damage. But of course, without the long range warfare, archers are a little bit harder to pull in this meta. So for me, this is just a must for a mage. And I would recommend anyone who is running a mage march to do the Light of Sorland. I think it's the best option by far. The second option that's not bad for mages, of course, Frostbite with the 15% hero skill damage. So I've put it on my Tohar. So my Bird Tohar has that. Bertrand, all of his skills are pretty good. The last one you can replace, but Tohar has a really useless skill in the garrison. So of course, this is going to be something that I can easily put on him. And if we're talking about the best skill after Light of Sorland, in my opinion, in this current meta will be something like Greymar's Ballista. This works very well on archers, especially this meta right now, which is Host, Kinara, counterattack damage archers, or even Madeline counterattack damage stuff, because archers have low range, meaning that the counterattack build gets more value against especially mages attacking you from afar. Now, of course, Steel Sentinel from Madeline is absolutely amazing when you put it on Gorish and Skogul. Gives them 15% more HP, which is huge, and 15% counterattack damage. So if you are using a counterattack Gorish Skogul March, this is going to be, of course, probably one of your best bets. This one I do kind of find pretty good because HP is 20%, huge bonus, and Legion capacity is 7%. So this does work on mages and archers and stuff, meaning you're gonna have a bigger march, be stronger, and 20% HP is probably one of the highest stat you can gain. This is worth way more than defense or attack. It's amazing, and 20% is really high. So you can see there's really a lot of stuff you can do in here that's really good. You can really put them on a lot of stuff. Obviously, Kinara is one of the most amazing ones that you can also put on other archers. But 20% more normal attack damage is a pretty huge buff when you have something like Syndrion, for example, who does a lot of that. So there really is so many good combos you can do. I've also even seen people use Kinara and replace her skills that boost her damage for archers and replace it with something that boosts damage for calves, and then use Kinara as a calf march. So this is something that has been done by someone in our alliance and has been actually really, really good, trading better than a lot of other cav marches. So this just shows you the potential of what you can do in here. So I just wanted to basically make a little highlight on the ones that are really important, depending on if you're a mage or if you're an archer, of course. But it's really the last thing that I want to talk about is when you are unlocking them, you'll see that if I'm going here, I have a certain amount of them unlocked before I got the Light of Sorland. And if I go here, it's different ones that are unlocked. So some of you will have known this by now because it's obviously happened already. But when you do get a new one of these unlocked, you have to start basically coming here and spending the unlocks with your coins for them separately. So if you have found the skill that you need, don't unlock the other ones because you're wasting this resource. You will need it for when these ones unlock. So this is kind of what I did. I've been doing these when I see them, you know, I unlock them. I got this frostbite, I was gone. I got this Light of Stolen, I stopped doing it. So this one I'll go until I find maybe one of the archer ones, maybe the Canara one, for example, or the Grimoire Ballista, and then I'll put that on my Magrat Zeta March, for example. So there are obviously goals in here to go for. I would say Light of Stolen on your mage is going to be your number 1, and number 2 depending on your main march. And then number 3, probably you want to go for your infantry march because you should have one, and infantry is really important. So the Madeline skill, in my opinion, would be probably what you look for here if you can. So let me know which ones, in your opinion, have been the best, which ones are the best ones for you. I obviously don't play every troop type, so tell me if you found some crazy combos that should be featured. I would gladly look at them. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video.